What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to the Blackfire Technical Analysis YouTube channel. I am your host, Crypto Bro, also known as Brian. What up? It's Tuesday, 6 in the morning. I've been up since 3:45, analyzing post-market, pre-market, god damn it, for about 2 hours now. Still trying to get the hang of this sleep schedule, man. It is definitely it's definitely different. Yesterday I was just tired. I actually got some consistent sleep today, so I feel a lot better than I did yesterday. So hopefully my analysis is more easily understandable, because I feel like I was all over the place yesterday. Well, welcome back. We got plenty to talk about. Do we have some big moves coming? Maybe. And if you can't already tell, I got my little baby boy Link here, just chilling in his little sack, whatever you want to call it. He's gonna be here most of the streams, I'm pretty sure. This is the time where my wife definitely takes the opportunity to get some well-deserved sleep. We're on some weird schedules right now. Big market moves. Do we have big market moves coming? Again, directional movements not implied here. But we are definitely going to hop in and dive in and most certainly analyze here. We see for NASDAQ currently breaking a little bit of the structure here, closed below support, which is right around 11,900 bucks here. We saw a candle closure breach below that support yesterday. Currently, waiting to see if we get confirmation below that support here. If that condition is met, I would look for a little bit of a decline on the shorter-term time frame perspective, somewhere around 11,730, which I do believe lines up with the 21 exponential. That'd be the first soft target that I'm going to be looking at. Obviously, moving averages here, we do still put a lot of weight on the 21 exponential and the inferences that it implies. Price action does remain above the 21, so it is implied that we see a back test of this region, support, bounce back up to the short-term time frame channel that this price action has been on for some time, albeit the 4-hour time frame does look weak in my opinion. 4-hour does look weak in my opinion for NASDAQ. Again, I wouldn't put it out of the realm of possibilities to see a pump back up to like 11,900 bucks right now, but we are confirmed on a shorter-term time frame perspective below that support. Which can only mean one thing in my opinion, that we likely test the bottom side of this range for a potential breakdown of structure. Again, RSI has breached the 50 read here, albeit a higher low has been confirmed. No, a lower low has been confirmed. We have a short-term time frame downtrend. But from this region here, we could easily argue that a higher low has been confirmed. Again, it's all how you interpret and plan this, right? Say this is a higher low, I would be looking for price action to move to the top side of the channel again, right around 11,960 here. But if this is not a higher low, I would look for tests of 11,730 and possible breaks below that. If this downside channel happens to break, I would be looking for a measured move all the way down towards like 11,260. First target being right around 11,500 bucks even. Again, we do have stochastics in the bearish control zone, still pointed south, still momentous to the downside. Volatility has begun its expansion on the downside price action movements here, not like it wasn't already expanded beforehand. But when we go to the daily time frame here, this is what's really important in my opinion here. We do have historical volatility percentile absolutely crushed right here, which only implies to me that a big, bad, juicy, delicious move is just around the corner. Again, this isn't a crystal ball, indicator here telling me yes, it's going to expand exactly on Wednesday, December 7th. No, that's not what I'm saying here. What I'm saying here is it's implying, the psychology behind it is that it's implying that volatility is absolutely crushed and that a big move, direction not implied, is likely right around the corner. Again, I know this looks a little convoluted from the 24-hour time frame. We'll go back to the 4-hour time frame for just a second. A big bad move could be right around the corner. And again, I do think that big bad move here comes out of this, descending channel formation, whether it breaks to the downside or breaks to the upside. Obviously, in my opinion, it does look a little weaker, and it does look like it wants to break to the downside. But we'll have to wait and see. Been playing some range plays for the past few days here. It's been marginally profitable, to say the least. Looking for even more setups. Might have to change the game here today and look for either resistance setups or support setups. It all depends on what happens pre-market and coming into market open. Nonetheless, I'm going to be paying attention heavily to NASDAQ to see if we see follow-through continuation as a result of breaching this support. Again, it is still classified as support until we see today's candle closure breach, confirm below to confirm new tentative resistance. If that condition is met, again, I will be looking for moves down at the 21 exponential and possibly even lower. If we do break that channel, then I'll start looking lower. Now, the same can be said for the upside here on the shorter term time frame perspective. I would be looking for a big move to the upside if this channel breaks to the upside on a short-term time frame perspective. And look at that, it puts price action right around the diagonal trend line of peace and prosperity, which would set up some really nice fucking trades for me today. We saw a breakout. Again, I like signals, you guys. I like signals, right? I like EMA cross. So from my trading perspective, we had a nice EMA cross right fucking here. You see the results. Boom. Big move to the downside. Nice little, pump back up. Going sideways a little bit. It does look like it's losing pressure, in my opinion. It does look like it's losing pressure just a little bit. Yeah, I'd have to wait and see. I'd have to wait and see how this market's going to react on open. But again, we have our plan. We have our, expected points of relevance, in my opinion. We do have, the bottom side support if we break the channel to look for at 11,005. We have the upside diagonal resistance level to check if we break the upside resistance of the downside channel. It all depends on how price action flows. As far as daily momentum is concerned, RSI is a little concerning, breaching that exponential. It is still a positive slope on that exponential, could hold as support and send price action to the upside. It is a delicious uptrending structure. And again, that's what I want to remind everybody here. At the end of the day, while I have my opinions, this is still an uptrend. Again, the uptrend, the trend is your friend until the end of the trend. And until I see obvious moves that destroy this trend, which would be open and closures below the current higher low structure at 11,005, I am going to be looking for this to continue trending upward, especially with the US dollar playing the way that it's playing, which we'll get to here momentarily. I would be looking for ultimately, if I had to throw my bias in my opinion out there, I would ultimately be looking for this trend to continue towards the next ceiling of resistance again, which is right around that diagonal trend line of death and destruction that has been basically dictating the downside movements of this entire bear market to a T, almost picture fucking perfect. Will I be setting up, resistance trades along that region? Absolutely. I do believe, if we do break out of that channel and move towards that resistance, that the first pass at the very least would sell off a bit. I would be looking for this region here to act as resistance on the first pass. Again, as it has before. First pass here, whoosh, touched it once, boom, breakdown. Example from before. What's this? March into, end of March, beginning of March to end of March. Nice big pump up, nice tradable move here. Hits that diagonal trend line of resistance, first pass, boom, dump. So I'm going to be looking for the same kind of setups here. Now again, I'm not saying it has to play out that way, but it is always a smart plan to, be planned. if failure to plan, if you fail to plan, your plan is fail. Failure to plan is not an option here. So I'm going to be paying attention to the structure very closely. I will be taking trades on either direction, depending on, what happens today. And, this will affect the market. This will affect the rest of the market. NASDAQ's a big, a big index that I like to pay attention to here. It definitely carries large implications on how the rest of the market is going to be moving. So, we have our plan. I'm going to stick with my plan. Shorter-term time frame perspective is going to be the perspective for the day. Obviously, I had to give you the daily analysis, but I think short-term time frames here, they're going to carry some more weight at least until something new appears, right? And until then, I wait patiently. SPY futures. This one showing evidence of a breakdown below that structure. This one actually leading me to believe continuation to the next level is very likely here, which means I get to do this. Yeah, I would look for price action to go ahead and stab that 21 exponential. Now, this doesn't destroy the trend at all. Not just yet. We could hit that 21 exponential, react, and move to the upside. But on the 4-hour time frame, we already have a breakdown of the structure here. Boom. Right below the green 55, right below the bottom side support of this structure here. Came back up, retested it, confirmed that his resistance on the shorter term time frame perspective. I would look for a move for SPY futures to 39.80 first, and maybe all the way to the current higher low structure at 39.60. We do see RSI on the 4-hour time frame, very similar in fashion to NASDAQ, putting in a little bit of a higher low call here, right here. It has to act, right? It has to reclaim this structure if I'm going to be moved on believing that this is going to pump to the upside. Stochastics is crushed, entering the bearish critical territory for the first time since the 29th. Again, this is the 4-hour time frame. And volatility is expanding as price action moves down. So again, does this mean that this one's over? I think the probability of that increases, again, especially with the perspective of this diagonal trend line of support, breaching and confirming new tentative resistance, especially below the moving averages here, incorporating the 55 exponential. Realistically, again, I would be looking for pullbacks. I would say anywhere between these 2 points here. Give me a second. Anywhere between these 2 points, 39.80 and 39.60. Anywhere in between those 2 points is where I'll be looking for price action to decline. Again, unless proven otherwise, unless we break back above like 4,010. And if that condition is met, I would be looking for resistance right around 40.50. And quite simply put, until we see open and closures above current resistance at 40.50, I will not be looking for this measured move to the upside, which again coincides with a greater resistance. But remember that first pass rule that I was talking to you guys about? Actually, we're just gonna unconvolute this chart real quick. Just do it again, right? Why not? Remember that first pass I was talking about? Again, this is exactly what we could be looking at. Look, first pass of that resistance hits the resistance, boom, sell pressure, right? Previous 2 touches, price action pumps up, gets everybody thinking, oh shit, we got a change of behavior, hits that resistance, dumps. Same thing here. Oh, we got a nice, bearish relief rally. Oh, we got a change behavior. Oh shit, hits that diagonal trend line of resistance, dumps. And here we go again. Again, the evidence is there. The evidence is there. Nice relief rally in the midst of an ever impending bearish market. First pass at that diagonal trend line of death and destruction, boom, sell pressure. Now, does it hold, right? Does it continue to sell off? That is the question. And I would say with open and closures below the 21 at any given point, definitely has big implications of increasing the probability of yes, the price action likely continues dumping. Oh, my kid's stretching. Look, he's so cute. Yeah. And he's back out. Give me 1 second, guys. That's what was bothering him. Okay. Yeah, and same thing with this one. We've already breached support. Looking for a new tentative resistance here. Tentative resistance confirmed. I would be looking for a stab towards current lows at 30.50 here. Any open and closure below 30.50. I'm looking for the structure breakdown and continue the bear market overall. Daily stochastics not looking healthy in my opinion. Back down into the bullish control zone, flashing off a critical signal here. RSI still looks halfway decent. On the daily time frame, higher highs, possibly looking for higher lows, but we do have a negative slope on that exponential. That is a little concerning here. And volatility still not actually expanded a little bit more, but still, still not implying that we're entering a big phase, a big movement to the upside or the downside here. So again, I'm just going to be paying very close attention to how this chart ebbs and flows today. Try to get the best trade setups that I possibly can. Try to earn that bread. Dollar index. I want to see it. Dollar index. DXY. Playing around with that resistance still. Still below the red 10. Lower lows on the structure. Yeah, macro lower lows. Would be out of the question to see a bounce for the US dollar index, maybe back to the 21 exponential. We've seen a couple of passes at the 21 exponential before, maybe up to like 106.30. But ultimately, I would look for this support to breach and another stab down towards like 103.60, which would carry implications for upside momentum in the market. I'm just saying. Momentum oscillators, stochastics getting destroyed here for the dollar index. RSI getting destroyed here below the exponential here. It is flatlining the exponential, but it is still acting as resistance at the same time. And volatility is starting to collapse, contract just a little bit. Again, I would just be playing with levels here. I'm going to be playing with levels. I would say if we do breach this previous, I don't even think that was a previous. No, I don't even think that holds relevance at all, because that trend line was supposed to be here. Yeah, I would say if it keeps trading below even the smallest of periods here from a moving average perspective, I would look for price for the dollar index to move down towards 103.60 here. It was a short-term time frame, say. Now we got slightly higher highs on the 4-hour time frame. Momentum oscillators are extending to the upside. RSI is not happy at that 50 read here. A higher low structure to be in consideration of. I want to see where these points correlate. Could be setting up some kind of bullish divergence on the shorter term time frame perspective. Lower lows. Oh, that's actually a drive of bullish divergence. Lower lows on price action, higher lows. Yeah, that's bullish divergence. Maybe that's been played out. Maybe we start seeing some sell pressure. I would say for the 4-hour on the US dollar index, closures below 105.05 would immediately tell me to look for 104.16 and possibly even lower to that 103.60 target. Upside though, if we start breaching moving averages here, open and closures above the 9 exponential here, I would look for a stab towards the 21, right around 106.52, maybe even a little higher to test the highs right now at 106.85. Change of behavior, possible reversal point would be this region here, 106.87. Until I see open and closures above that region, I have no bullish implications on the US dollar index, which it's the first time I'm saying this in quite some time. We are looking at a bearish structure for the US dollar index. We'll see how it plays out. Moving on, I want to talk about some of the trades I took yesterday, but I'm going to pause and get some water. It's hot. Hi, baby boy. Baby boy. return, you beautiful humans. With my water. With my spaghetti sauce jar full of water. All right, let's talk about some of these trade setups. Yesterday, while I did close yesterday overall in the profit, I made some mistakes, and it still wasn't as good of a day as it could have been. Definitely a lot of lessons learned yesterday, especially when it comes to just closing the fucking position and taking profit, or closing a position that is in the negative that ends up being break even, right? Again, a lot of learning lessons. Again, it's the second week, you know. While me and my partner are consistently successful right now, there is still a lot for us to learn. First things first, again, I want to remind everybody that not only do I provide technical analysis for, you know, the general public on this YouTube channel, but I also utilize this platform as a self-psychological analysis platform, which means, yes, I do come back in and, you know, I will rewatch my YouTube streams just to get, you know, an idea of where I am psychologically. So I'll make psychology notes. Just like that, take your profits and, you know, kill positions that are losing quickly. That way your losses don't increase. Again, I had 2 trades go bad yesterday, and we'll talk about the first one. Let's go ahead and pull it up. Texas Instruments, 15-minute time frame. Of course, it's on the way back up. First things first is that I didn't identify the trend here. We do have a 15-minute time frame trend. Structure on this asset hit that fucking low perfectly. Didn't plot that point out. Actually ended up taking a loss below the green 55 here. I think, what does that say? Let's get it. Entry point was 177.85, which I'm pretty sure was on the 21 cross. Fuck yeah. 177.85. So just a little higher on the following candle, a lot higher. Here's our entry point, and right around here is where I lost, 176.30. Yep, support. That's where I put my risk management. So I lost almost 1% on that move. Ended up losing $260 in about 4 hours on that one overall. Obviously, we held the position over the weekend, but we don't count the weekend hours, because there's no trading during the weekend. We don't count the weekend hours for our time in position. So that one was actually 4 hours overall. Yeah, minus $260 on that move. Where I failed here is I failed to recognize the trend. Beautiful trend line. Beautiful trend line. Beautiful trend line. We never confirmed below the trend line. We stabbed down. We hit the wick. My risk was a lot further open before I got a little nervous. Right? I let my emotions get in the way, and I moved my stop loss up and said, hey, it'll be just fine. And if I would have not done that, I could have at least mitigated my losses a lot more on this move here. Lesson learned. CNI was a good trade. I gotta be able to find it. CNI. Yep, CNI was a good trade. CNI was a good trade. Entry on this candle here, which was right around 127 spot 23. Which was actually a very good entry. That's where I entered. 126.25 is where I pulled profits. 126.25. Boom, right there. A whopping 0.77% in profits. That one was plus 153.86, and that trade took 1 hour. Pepsi, just another example of, we should have just taken the profits. Where did I put Pepsi? I'm pretty sure I put it down. Yeah, here we go. Pepsi. Early signal. We took the signal. Ended up having to be a little bit patient. This was our entry right here. We went short. I went short here. And, you know, my philosophy right now is, you know, don't hold positions post-market. I don't trust the stop-loss mechanism on Webull pre- and post-market fucking at all whatsoever. It's so hard to have those orders trigger pre- and post-market, especially on assets that have a wider spread during those hours. So I'm trying to close all positions before end of day. This one, I made $8. Ooh, big whoop. I think I pulled out 182.94. 182.94. And I pulled out at 182.86. So yeah, on this wick here, it's coming up towards the end of the day. No, it was this wick. It was literally the last candle of the day. Last candle of the day, it wicked down. I said, fuck it, I'm closing it. I'm done. Last 15 minutes of the day, I don't want to remain in this position. I made $8. Do I count that as a winning trade? Yes, technically, because I made money, but you know, again, from the analyst perspective, from the consistently profitable perspective, no, it wasn't really that delicious of a trade. You know, we took it and it reversed, and we were in the negative all day until it finally broke down and gave us a little piece. CBNA, that was a delicious trade. In hindsight, I wish I would have stayed with it. Definitely wish I would have stayed with it. But again, we're looking to secure profits. This is one where I was looking at, you know, $220, and I said, fuck it, let's just kill it. Let's just take that money and walk. Entry position right fucking here, actually. I'm pretty sure. 772. Yep, 772. On the short side to 755. About 2.26% in the profits. I was happy with it. We killed the position. We walked away with $219.81. Nvidia, that was a losing trade, but I mitigated my losses. Nvidia. What did we do for Nvidia? We actually bought long, didn't we? Yeah, I think I wanted to try. Let me pull it up on my other chart here. I have to find it. I'm so sorry. Yeah, I wanted to try the moving averages on Webull line up differently. And we got a buy signal, I think 11:15. It was a sell signal on TradingView, but a buy signal on Webull. I wanted to see if you know, Webull's chart was, you know, had any accuracy. Where did I enter? Nvidia 169.41. 169. Yeah, right here. Yeah, I entered right here, thinking it was gonna be, you know, a move up, and I was definitely sorely mistaken. Pulled out at 167.22. 1.29%, but that was a small position. I only put 5 grand on that, so I only ended up losing 65 bucks, minus 1.27%, maybe 1.29%, and I lost 65 bucks in an hour and a half. Microsoft, this is one where I had to let it ride a little bit, but killed it at the end of the day anyway because it was starting to reverse. Again, in hindsight, I should have taken profits on support. Again, hindsight. Hindsight's always 20/20. Entry signal right here. I think 249.15. 249. I actually got in late. And then where did I pull out? 248.40. Hey, I actually did hit support. I did take profit on support. Yeah, I did. And I made 90 bucks on that move for 0.30% for an hour. That trade took an hour. Google was weird. Google hit the end of the day. Me and my partner, we tried something new. He recommended entering on the 9 cross of the 55. So that's what I did. I saw the 9 cross 55. I put a short on right here. Maybe just a little lower, 90.91. Put on a short right here. Took profit all the way down here. Yep, for about $113.49 in profit. Only took an hour. Yeah, only took an hour. It was a decent trade. 113 bucks, and then it only took 97 of my 200 shares off the table here, and then it pumped back up. So the second half of my position actually closed with only $1 in profit. I closed it like right around here. Which was unfortunate. 99, a spot 90. Literally one fucking penny away from my entry point. For some reason my order just didn't fill here. Or I would have walked away with a lot more profit on that move. Google could have made me a very happy man. It could have been like $250 in profit, but 97 out of the 200 shares filled, and then it reacted, pumped back up very, very, very quickly, mind you. So I had to make a decision to close at break even, and I got lucky and made $1 on the second half of my position. Netflix is going to be the last one we look at here. This is another one where I took the red. I saw the red cross 55, entered here, I think, 312.32. No. This is why I gotta pay attention to it more. 312.32, because I could have got in on the actual entry way up here and didn't. 312.32, and I took profits here, 0.35%. That trade took an hour. 0.12%, $25.60 in profit. So all in all, I ended up making like $287.11 yesterday. Not the greatest trading day. Again, a lot of self-reflection, looking inward, yada yada yada. This kid's awake. Give me 1 second. Yes, a lot of self-reflecting, a lot of discussions with my partner. We are both in agreement. If we do decide to play the red cross, there are plenty of iterations that are way more profitable than waiting for the 21. So we're going to give it a shot. Again, that's what trading is about. It's an art. You have to try different things out. You have to experiment. You have to be creative. And in this instance here with the strategy that we've been playing, again, I've done iterations on almost every single trade we've taken using this strategy, and utilizing the red 9 crossing, the 55. about 90% of the time is way more profitable. So we're gonna give that a shot and see what happens. But on top of that, we have to remind ourselves that the rule set is take your fucking profits. Take your profits. Again, if you're sitting on 2 or 3%, you know, $30,000, 2 or 3%. You know, let's say you're sitting on 3%. Come on. $30,000 position plus 3%. It's $900 fucking dollars. Like, kill the position. Like, kill it. Take the money and run. Right? We're not here to, you know, hold fast and watch our fucking profits disappear. We're here to take the trade, take the profits. Period. So, going to be looking forward to today's trading day. I think there's going to be some good implications, some good signals to take. We might have to wait till midday to take those signals, but nonetheless, we will be taking the signals, depending on how this market plays out. Hopefully we can get some fucking profits today. Hopefully we can get some profits today. I don't know. I do have a feeling that we're going to see some red, to be quite honest with you. But I could be wrong. I could be wrong. I've been wrong many times before. We'll just have to see. Again, that's why I pay attention to pre-market. I am paying attention to pre-market right now. Some moves look promising, some moves don't, and some moves look just stagnant and boring. So I guess we'll just have to wait and see. And that's going to do it for the stream today, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for coming through. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for hanging out. And you already know what it is, ladies and gentlemen. Until next time, stay safe, stay happy.